What is going on, boils and ghouls? Welcome back to RonMan Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at Bram Stoker's Dracula for the NES. Also, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, as well as that bell notification so you stay up to date with RonMan Gaming. Bram Stoker's Dracula is a side-scrolling action platformer that was developed by Probe Software and published by Sony ImageSoft for the NES back in September 1993. Bram Stoker's Dracula was also released on a ton of other platforms like the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, and the Sega CD, just to name a few. This game is actually based off of the Francis Coppola film of the same name, which of course is based off of the Bram Stoker novel of the same name. You play as Jonathan Harker, and you basically just have to stop Dracula. As I said, it's a side-scrolling action platformer. You pretty much just have to get to the end of the level and beat the boss. Your default weapon is a knife, and it's a piece of crap. But you can find other weapons throughout the stages, but they all have a finite number of uses. Besides finding weapons, you'll find health refills, extra lives, clocks that add time, extra continues, and a few other things. You know, all the usual items you see in a game like this. You have a ground pound move that can be used to destroy the ground to reveal all kinds of different secret locations. At first, Bram Stoker's Dracula actually seems like a decent game. The graphics are good, the music's not bad, the controls seem to be fine, and the atmosphere is about what you'd expect. But as you progress through this game, the problems slowly emerge from the shadows, much like a vampire. Look at this. In the first stage, I fell down this pit, and, well, look at the background. Who made that? It looks like there's mountains, and then the sky, and then a forest in the sky, followed by more mountains and then more sky? What the fuck? In a different stage, you'll have to travel by platforms across water, but the platforms blend into the background. I guess no one thought to make the platforms a different color. The graphics aren't totally bad though, and some of the animations are nice. When you turn left or right, the movement is very fluid, which brings me to the controls. See, while this nice smooth animation is on screen, you actually can't jump or attack, and to me, that got really annoying. Also, if you attack while walking, you're stuck moving forward until the attack animation is off screen. What if you need to get out of the way quickly? And you'll need to because these enemies often appear so fast and out of nowhere. By the third level, enemies almost exclusively do this. You'll just be walking along, analyzing the level layouts, trying to figure out your next course of action, and enemies are constantly spawning out of thin air exactly where you happen to be located. Some asshat made a ghost spawn within the ground. Who does that? Of course you don't expect an enemy to show up there so fucking fast. Another thing too, I hate that whenever you press up or down, the camera immediately scrolls up or down with you. What if I'm just ducking to avoid spikes? I don't need the camera to follow me that fast. Fuck. How about the difficulty? Well, if you're new to this game, you'll probably die a lot. The first stage isn't too hard, but the difficulty picks up rather quickly. Throughout the stages, there are these lanterns, which are actually checkpoints. You're also on a time limit, and surprisingly, it doesn't reset after you die. It only resets after you've received a game over or get to the next stage. By the way, this game does not have unlimited continues. You can earn more, but they're not unlimited. In terms of music, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Upon starting a new game, I thought it was moody and fit the game well. But by the second level, it just sounds like a clusterfuck of beeps and bops. I mentioned that each level has a boss fight at the end. They're pretty typical fights, but my god, could they have at least taken place in a bigger room? These rooms are tiny! Remember how I said the knife is a piece of crap? Well, the game thinks so too. If at any point during the boss fight you run out of ammo for any other weapon, the game will automatically give you a different weapon so you won't have to use the knife. Then why not just make the default weapon something that's halfway decent? Fuck. I actually went into this game with a positive mindset because I played this back when I was a teenager, and I remember kind of liking it, but after, you know, trying to get into it here, oh fuck, don't play it. I don't know what happened. I don't know, I thought it was gonna be fun, I started playing, and then, I don't know, it stopped being good. It's not that it was really all that good to begin with, but, well, you get what I mean. Honestly, it's not the worst game I've ever played. I mean, you could do a lot worse, but there's just a lot of games out there that are way better than this. All in all, Bram Stoker's Dracula for NES is just a typical subpar platformer. If you're a collector, you're looking at $67 Canadian or $54 US. That's a pretty steep price for mediocrity. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I know that I've been trying to give you guys good games to play throughout Halloween, I just popped this in thinking that it was probably going to be decent, and, well, I'm going to stick with the review, and unfortunately, yeah, I'd stay away from this game. But thank you so much for watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you next week.